back, forth. It's on a ball joint. It does have more limited rotation because of all the armor here. And as you can see, one of the wheels, that side wheel just clipped out.
But before we begin, if you like this figure in this video, head over to Show.Z Store where I got it from, and use code DEEMER in the Support Your Favorite Reviewer box. It sure would help me out, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello everybody, and welcome back again to Deemer's Dominion. As always, I am Deemer, and today we are continuing a little Blokees Fest. We are looking at Blokees Classic Class Megatron from the Dark of the Moon. Again, as always, beautiful boxes that Blokees puts out. Love the artwork, love the design, love, the colors and prints and the different gimmicks that they put into their effects for the lighting and stuff like that. So the box, as always, no complaints. It shows you what you're getting, the expectation that you're getting. Dark of the Moon Megatron here. And shows you basically how many runners are going to be involved and the output, as well as the basic information. He's a Decepticon, that's Megatron, you're not going to confuse him. It is a model kit, it is for ages 14 and above. It tells you 4.8 inches, 12.3 centimeters. So it gives you the size there. I've been doing it the hard way in measuring. It tells you that the eyes have lights that can glow, so that's exciting. And 92 pieces for the build. And the size is a medium here. You don't need any tools, you don't need anything, just your good old hands and the pieces involved. With that said, I am excited for this, ready to dive in. So, you guys ready to build? Let's go ahead and open them up, build them up. And thankfully, again, I like the Classic Class boxes because you just cut the tape and open it up. No glue to worry about. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags and the instruction book. And they do such a great job with the instruction books. One of Blokees' other highlights is the strength of their books, their manuals. Well illustrated, nicely colored. You know exactly what you're getting into. The order of everything is very easy to read, very easy to follow. You really wouldn't have any kinds of times trying to mess this build up. So with that said, let's go ahead. I will build them like I've been doing. At certain intervals, I will show you what the build looks like and then piece them together for you guys. And then we'll get into it and talk about it. Talk about the build, we'll talk about the quality, we'll talk about everything that we need to talk about, and I will return. Okay, so we have basically, these are the runners, once again, and that's their totality. And of course, just like previous Action Class, you do have just the spare bags part, which is basically parts for the chest, the head pieces, and the eyes there, as well as for the stand. That's all there is to that. We will go ahead and start organizing our build to move forward. I just thought I'd show you what's included so that we can go ahead. Okay, everybody, I just wanted to show you his head sculpt complete. There you go. Okay, everyone, so we have the parts of the right arm put together, and this is the hand basically, and these are all mobile, and this is on the ball joint, but once you put the armor on, it actually limits the motion that you're available to go and do, so that kind of sucks, but otherwise it would have been able to go a bit more. But nonetheless, it's okay. And then we will just go ahead and snap those in like that. And then you get a better look at the articulation here of the armor. That's on a ball peg, which is neat. And then this is on its hinge here, so you can flap it around when you're going to adjust him. There is the elbow twist there. and elbow bend. All right, so there you have all his available motions at this point, at least for in the arm. Okay, cool. Let's continue. Okay, everyone, so we have the pieces for the left arm, and this is for obviously the hand. And this looks simple, but this has probably been the most annoying part of the build, like the YOLO Park build level annoying, as far as their AMK Pro line, trying to like snap those in. I mean, my fingertips are red and indented. So other than that, this is, just pop that in, so that's not too bad so far. Pop this part of the build in and pray that everything goes well. There we go, that was wonderful there. So here we go. This one is a little bit tight for some reason compared to the other one, but you do have the flexibility of the movement, and then you do have limitation because of this here. You would have to bend it first to get more movement, which kind of sucks. And you do have these fingers all individually articulate, and they are all a little bit different when you build it. You'll see and understand that you begin with one and go around basically counterclockwise to put them in order. And there you have this one. It's a shame that this is hindered by this. In any case, let's continue. Okay, so this is the crotch area, which is a few pieces. You've got these two plates that are beige, and then you've got the front and back, and then you've got the two hip joints. And if you don't size up the hip joints properly, then it becomes a little bit to clamp it closed. And other than that, that's what we've got. Nice details. And let's continue. Okay, so we do have the right leg complete, and this is basically one piece with the wheels here. The wheels are on a ball peg each, and they are wiggly waggly, and they do spin. They don't freely spin, they just, take a little effort to make it spin. But there you have that. Interesting. And here we have the leg itself. And this is quite complex as far as number of pieces and where they go. Here's another wheel, but this is on a keyed peg here, so it's not going to spin at all. And there is no double joint here. It is just one joint that basically goes that far. All right. But this is, just look at the details here, and the details within the details, and pretty cool, pretty neat. So all we're going to do is basically just snap this in together like that. And here you have the leg. I am missing one piece here, and I'll put that on there, right there, and come back. So it's just basically this one piece right here that acts as that little flare right there. And now we can come back and pop that in once more. And here you have the right leg, and back forth. It's on a ball joint. It does have more limited rotation because of all the armor here. And as you can see, one of the wheels, that side wheel just clipped out. So you don't have a whole lot of twisty here. And then once I put that wheel back in, it'll be even less. And you do have a limited up and down and in and out. There you go. Okay, so I did put the wheel back in, and you'll see that the limitation is hindered as far as the twisting. All right, so there you have it. Okay, everyone, and just like the last leg, we have the foot and the leg part, and they just pop in like that. And then you have your knee bend, which goes back that far. No double joint, and comes up that far, and limited. Well, this one moves a little bit better than I think the other leg does, which is interesting. Oh, there we go. That's why, because it wasn't popped in all the way. So now we have the same limited movement when you pop it in all the way. Okay, so now we have all the pieces we need to start building our Megatron. All right, so let's start with the top. Pop on his little head, like that. Then we have his arms. Nice. 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 All right, and so here we have Megatron. And make sure we push in everything all the way. And one last thing here is we have his gun. As you can see, nice details in the gun. And it is slotted for one hand only, one side only. You can see that there is a slot there. And so we will peg it in, slot that in. So now you have him holding the gun. Here we have Megatron, and he looks, I mean, there's a ton of detail in this little figure, and the build was very detailed as well. There are things that just layered up a lot, especially in the legs here. There's a lot of layers in the legs, and you can see in detail his knee bends like that, about 90 degrees, forward all the way. You got some bendies and twisties here on the ball joint, so that's good. Not a whole lot of articulation, but it is sufficient for the figure, especially for this design. So just be careful of that back wheel there so it doesn't pop off. And we do have his twist at the waist. He's got, by design, just his own ab crunch, but no additional ab crunch. He does have the twist there at the elbow, the hands twist because they're on a ball joint. The fingers are all individually articulated. He does not have a butterfly joint, it's just a ball joint, so he has a full 360 and can go, if you turn it on the inside out like that, it can go up pretty high, but if you're just going straight, it doesn't go very far, so please be careful. These here are all on both shoulders, basically move in and out. This is on a ball peg, so you get a little bit more, but not a whole lot. So it's cool that the armor wiggles around like that too. His head goes down that far and up that far, and can turn around 360. And side to side, it's on a ball joint, so there's not a whole lot of issues there. So there you have it. This is, of course, pegged in. Same articulation on this side, of course. So he is pretty well articulated. He is nicely designed, actually, very nicely designed. Lots of detail. I'll bring it again, like look at his face, look at the armor. Everything is very nicely detailed. They really went deep in the details. You can see in between there as well. Very nice. Great job. Great job, Blokees. You can see even in the arms, right? Look at the back. The back is several layers as well during the build, which is pretty cool. So lots of detail everywhere. Again, not a hefty figure by any stretch of the imagination, but he does also have the light effect there. It is a little bit tough to see, but it is there, the glow. And so, speaking of light, this piece here was a built-in piece. Had they not put this here, there's also an additional light that, there's a hole here for additional light. They should have made this clear, see-through or clear plastic or something. That would have been really neat. That would have been a cool little feature to have if that piece right here was, some sort of clear plastic of sorts. That would have been phenomenal. But I mean, you can just see all the details just stand out wonderfully, wonderfully. So my nitpicks, well, again, with the last video that we did with the Bumblebee, because of so much detail, it would have been really nice if we would have had some more paint application. That face is super detailed, super detailed. You know, it would have been nice if we had a little bit of application there to separate out and bring out those details. I mean, look at his chest here. Very nice details of all sorts. The mold is just phenomenal. There's so much detail that can be brought out with just a little more paint or weathering or something like that to really, you know, even the gun. There's a ton of detail in the gun that should have been brought out. And a little bit, you know, from that element, can we ask for more? I would like to think so. Just a little bit more, just a little bit, because the figure is phenomenal. He is a really good Megatron. A really, really good Megatron. Yeah, I'm on the stand there. Very nice. Very nice. Those smoky flames, really appropriate for this. Really, really, really cool. Not a whole lot negatives on this whatsoever. Shall we weigh him? Let's see how much he weighs. Oh, the other thing. No other face or heads for Megatron. No other accessories, no other hands. Not the other gun style for the hand. So what you see here is literally what you get. There are no extra accessories beyond what you see here. So the only extra part is the extra clear plastic peg for the head that Blokees normally includes for all their figures. And that's it. That's the only thing extra that Sir Megatron brings to the table. We already know how tall he is because we read it on the box earlier. And if we need to see that again, 12.3 centimeters, 4.8 inches. Let's see how much he weighs though. Let's bring out Smeg and do the official scale. All right, the Dominion official scale for our viewers that keep asking. 2.3 ounces, 65 grams. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 2.3 ounces, 65 grams. All right, so not a heavy figure by any means, but you know what? He feels great. He feels great in hand. I have to give it up to Blokees. They've come, not that I've ever had any complaints with their figures as far as the plastic quality itself. I've never had a figure break. I've never had any figures damaged, in fairness to Blokees, but I don't know, just something about these past couple of figures have been, I don't know, Hasbro-like kind of plastic, which is really cool. I am very impressed by their continuous improvement for their figures. I genuinely am impressed. I cannot, every time I fall in love with Blokees, I keep falling in love with them over and over again. And thank you, Blokees. Genuinely, thank you. Because it's great. What you guys are doing, Blokees, don't stop. Please don't stop. So other than those nitpicks, so let's talk about the value then. Value, about 24 bucks. 24 bucks price of deluxe class from Hasbro before the price increased. Non-transforming Transformer, just to remind everybody. But he's great. He's great. You know, I don't want to come across as a glazer for Blokees company, but they just continuously to put out solid products, solid figures, solid quality, solid designs, and I don't know. I have a hard time being disappointed when a company keeps doing that, you know? And I get it. If you're not into non-transforming Transformers, that's one separate issue all by itself, and that becomes, you know what, a you thing. And there's plenty of yous out there. I get it, cool. I used to be one of those people until I genuinely discovered Blokees and started having fun. I have a whole backstory in my first Blokees video if you guys care to, you know, watch back and see why I got into Blokees to begin with and how. And that's cool too. I'll put the video link up on the top right-hand corner. Other than that, really guys, also another great one to get into if you want to get into models without going into really complex models. Yellow Park AMK Pro can be a bit more complex. This one, I think, on the Blokees scale for being a classic class is probably I think the most complex one I've done in terms of the Classic Class series. Not that he's complex, but of relative terms to their own figures in that class, this is probably the most complex one. Those are my nitpicks. Those are my thoughts and feels. Let's go ahead and do our obligatory comparisons. Why not bring our previous one out? Bumblebee. Same classic class, same Dark of the Moon line. Both great figures, both a lot of fun to build. This one was much simpler of a build. Bumblebee was much simpler of a build, by far. I'm not even going to try and hide that fact. And yet they're both the same Blokees class. Similar-ish price. I think at the time of purchase, this was a dollar or two more when I bought it. Not a huge difference. Nothing to change my impression of it. And of course, this guy comes with a whole new head build with an additional faceplate for that head, his normal face, which may lead to the additional cost there. And he does come with extra hands as well. He has a closed fist, if you remember, the open hands, and then this also his cannon hand as well. So I think those justify the extra dollar or two difference between the two. So what else can we compare him to then? So another classic class that I brought out in the last Blokees comparison, Nemesis Prime from Rise of the Beasts. Those pretty much scale pretty well, I would say. Much better than these two scaled, and certainly as far as scale goes, much better than these two. We're not really going to get into scale accuracy when it comes to Blokees, because I think we all know that that is the last thing we should ever expect from Blokees, honestly. So let's put that argument to rest. This part is just for fun. This part is just for, you know, the fun factor of the comparisons for Blokees. Our Shining class, Soundwave. And I would think that would work as far as scale, if we're going to be bickering about scale. I think that actually works pretty well. I like that scale. Let's bring out the Lord of Chaos once again, but it's just for fun. Just for the lulz, as they say. Never-ending love for Blokees. Never-ending love for Blokees. This is so much fun. I love them. Okay, and then do we even need to bring the action class out? Do we? Because look, I'm already telling you. Megatron comes to his waist. There you go. Comes to his waist. But I'll tell you once again, like I said in the last video, like I said of every Blokees video, you want to talk value perspective. This is a mega value perspective, okay? Their action class, so far, not disappointed. Huge value perspective. Not even an argument to be had, in fairness. Blokees literally knocks it out of the park. When it comes to value, they knock it out of the park. If you want to talk park, we can talk Yellow Park, for instance. Yellow Park AMK Pro, also super towering. Really fun stuff. And he's just out just for the fun of it, honestly, because you can't even compare these guys. Not from a price perspective, a size perspective, features perspective, any of it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, friends and subscribers, viewers, soon to be subscribers of the Dominion, thank you again for watching. I've gone through the build, I have gone through my nitpicks, the feels, the articulation, the bendies, the twisties. I have gone through my requests from Blokees. Thank you, Blokees. Great job once again. Not sure about the color scheme. I get it's the, you know, the first sand color version from the desert or whatever, but not my favorite color combination, you know, wish for more paint. Other than that, good stuff. Good stuff, Blokees. Let us conclude by thanking you guys for your time and comment, subscription, likes, shares, all of it. And please continue to do so to help my channel continue to grow. With that said, everybody, I am Deemer. Stay young, stay fun. Until the next one, peace out.